Listen, aiming is hard. And yeah, you'll hear people say that aiming is super easy. But in reality, the people who fully understand what it actually takes to be considered a good aimer are the ones who have dumped thousands of hours into first-person shooters. So as one of those people, here's what you need to do to take your aim to the next level. First off, if you want to get good at anything, you're going to need to take it seriously. What I mean is when you hop into a deathmatch server, don't just run around aimlessly without focusing on any aspects of your aim. If you're looking to improve your aim as a whole, focus on small, bite-sized mechanics that you can work on, rather than trying to improve everything at once. Here's an example of Mir from Virtus Pro practicing his 2-bullet burst while also avoiding crouching as much as possible. Notice how there's a lot of scenarios where he could just spray or tap, but he's consciously trying his best not to, just so that this small mechanic of his aim is as fine-tuned as it can be. This is something you'll see a lot of pro players doing, and the thought process behind it is this. If I focus on one mechanic of my aim every day for 30 days, by the end of the month my aim as a whole will be a lot better. And this is compared to most players who will just hop in a deathmatch session just to warm up and not really aim train, and by the end of 30 days, who do you think will be better? The person who's focusing on the small fine mechanics every single day, or the person who's just kind of hopping in, just playing and seeing what they can do, not really focusing on anything specific to improve? Now what this will also mean is sometimes you will look like an absolute bot. Look at Mir here. He is a tier 1 pro player and he is whiffing this bad. But the reason why is because he's focusing on this mechanic. So yeah, you will look terrible sometimes, but that is what you need for improvement. Now my second tip is use AimLab. And before you go in the comments and say AimLab doesn't translate to CS, it's less for translating your aim at a 1-to-1 ratio onto CS, but rather to show the conditions where you aim the best. Let me explain. When you're playing AimLab, specifically grid shot, to get the highest score, you have to create maximum efficiency when shooting the targets accurately, while also going at a fast enough pace to improve your score. This means you'll try out new mouse grips, new sensitivities, new positioning of your mouse on the mouse pad, and more. In my opinion, AimLab is a great way to find the best conditions for your aim, rather than use it just solely as an aim trainer. After you run enough AimLab, you can use the exact optimized configuration and translate that onto CS. The reason why this is so strong is because everyone is different. A new mouse grip from Donk isn't going to turn you into Donk, but a personalized mouse grip that you find works best for you might. Now before I get into the third tip, I'd like you guys to check out SkinPlace. The sponsor for today's video is SkinPlace. You have skins, right? Well, you can safely convert those skins into cash in just seconds on SkinPlace. Just log into Steam, select the skins you want to sell, choose from their wide variety of payment methods like Ethereum, Bitcoin, Tether, and more. And once you put in your wallet address, that's it. It's super easy and only takes a single minute to completely set up your account. I traded 3 skins to SkinPlace, and within just a couple seconds I saw that money pop up in my crypto wallet. Use the link down below and get to selling. But don't forget to use code POLOCS for a 3% bonus on your first sale. Now let's get back to the video. The third tip has to do with arm versus wrist aiming. Some players will essentially only play this game with their wrist on the mousepad, while others, like Nico, will play with almost their entire arm on the mousepad. This difference of arm versus wrist aiming stems from one main factor: sensitivity. The wrist has smaller, fast twitch muscles which are in control of finer wrist movements, whereas the forearm and bicep/tricep are larger muscles in control of doing larger movements. So which do you think will be more accurate? It's going to be wrist aiming. And that's why you'll see a split between wrist aimers on high sensitivity and arm aimers on low sensitivity. Using arm aim will generally make you less accurate, so players lower their sensitivity to compensate for it, also giving them extremely precise wrist aim because of the lowered sensitivity. Wrist aimers will play on a high sensitivity because they are more accurate in the larger motions and don't have their arm to do the 180-degree turns for them, so fundamentally knowing this concept will improve your aim by a large margin, because now that you've seen this video, you've identified what configuration your arm is in when playing, and you'll know what position to play in every time you play, making it easier to be consistent and improve. In the end, aiming takes time to get good at, and some players are naturally gifted to the point where they can go pro without even thinking about these concepts. But for the average player, these insights will help you become a more consistent player and have a targeted path to improvement. If you guys want to see more videos like this, don't forget to drop a like and a sub. And I also do coaching, which I'll link down below for you guys if you want to check it out. Anyway, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.